Sure.
I think allying with Israel is one of the most fascist and dangerous actions the U.S. could take.
Okay. And what makes that fascist versus allying with Iran?
Because Iran isn't fascist. And you studying political ideology.
Stop scrolling right now. A college student studying political ideologies just called Western democracies fascist while actively defending the Ayatollah of Iran. You absolutely cannot make this level of delusion up. Watch this.
Yes.
So this says free Iran, right?
Yes.
Okay. So free Iran from what exactly?
From imperialism, theocracy, racism, and capitalism.
Okay, so for theocracy, are you referring to the regime, the Islamist regime? Like, is that what you're
referring to the law that was implemented by the Ayatollah Khamenei?
Okay.
I support him in his anti-imperialist efforts, but I don't think any country should be run by religion.
Gotcha. So when you say you support his anti-imperialist efforts, what exactly are those efforts?
He's been vehemently anti-Zionism and has actually fought short wars with Israel to protect the Iranian people from Zionist expansion and occupation.
Gotcha. So would you rather that we be allies with Iran than Israel?
Yes.
Sure.
I think allying with Israel is one of the most fascist and dangerous actions the U.S. could take.
Okay. And what makes that fascist versus allying with Iran?
Because Iran isn't fascist. And you studying political ideologies, you understand what fascism is, and it is not Iran. Because Iran was the Ayatollah Khamenei's rule was achieved through a revolution. It was sort of a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
Fascism rises electorally and democratically, and then turns on its constituents.
Yes.
Ayatollah Khamenei's regime is not fascist. I have one more statement, and it is that I don't know the exact solution. Because Iran should be free from Khamenei, but the U.S. and Israel has continuously placed fascist regimes in other countries and will not establish democracy. The regime we have in America right now is fascist, or in the United States, I should say, not America.
The United States is fascist.
In the United States, it's fascist.
In what way is it fascist?
Well,
Wait, did you catch the absolute short circuit happening in real time? This student, who openly admits to studying political ideologies, literally cannot articulate why they are defending a brutal theocracy while labeling Western democracies as fascist. Look at the body language when pushed for an actual definition. The complete deer-in-the-headlights stare is incredible. It is stunning to watch someone try to intellectually justify a regime that actively oppresses its own citizens just to score anti-establishment points on a college campus. They are tossing around massive, heavy words like fascism and imperialism as if they are just trendy buzzwords on a protest sign. When you press even an inch below the surface of their argument, the entire worldview instantly collapses into a disorganized pile of contradictions. This isn't just a simple misunderstanding of global politics. It is a masterclass in modern ideological brainwashing, where holding the moral high ground is vastly more important than actual human rights.
I think that it is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. This is about supporting the people of Venezuela. This is about dismembering our relationship with, or not dismembering, but resetting our relationship with China. Right now, 55% of the oil production that Iran produces goes to China despite sanctions. You want to support the people of Ukraine? You want to end that war? You have to. There is no getting around dismembering this Islamic Republic. It is non-negotiable. It is not a want to have. It is a have to have. And it's not just for the Iranian people. I think you have to trust the Iranian people. We know this government better than anyone else. When you dismember and decapitate this regime, you are going to see a change in the Middle East, in Venezuela, in China, in Ukraine. And I think, quite frankly, their ideology has really, it's caused a lot of problems for us worldwide. We need to take it seriously. And I think at this point, we have a tremendous opportunity. This will be like ending the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall. This is a transformational moment for humankind, for security. And as an American, This is in our interest to complete it. So I am a Democrat. I have been a huge Democrat. I am incredibly disappointed with my party. I do not see myself in them in this moment.
Now completely pivot and listen to the raw, undeniable truth from someone who actually understands the stakes. This is a lifelong, self-proclaimed Democrat going on national television and completely disavowing her own party. You can hear the pure exhaustion and deep disappointment in her voice. She realizes that taking down a tyrannical regime in the Middle East is a transformational moment for global security, likening it to the fall of the Berlin Wall. Yet, she is watching her political allies prioritize their absolute disdain for Donald Trump over the liberation of millions of oppressed people. Think about the gravity of that statement being made live on CNN. When a dedicated party loyalist publicly steps away because the echo chamber has become too toxic to support actual historic freedom, you know a massive political realignment is happening. She is choosing the survival and dignity of her home country over domestic political theater.
What does that mean? It means they don't want us to focus on this. Well, I am. There's a lot of mixed opinions across Austin about the joint attack between the United States and Israel against Iran that happened early this morning. Some people, like this group behind me, are thanking Trump and the United States government for following through with this attack against Iran.
Look directly at the background of this local broadcast. A CBS reporter is standing in Austin, Texas, and right behind him is a massive group of Iranian Americans openly thanking the United States and Donald Trump for the military strikes. This absolutely shatters the mainstream narrative. For days, the primary talking point has been how catastrophic and universally condemned these actions are. But right here, caught live on camera, you have the very people most impacted by the Ayatollah's regime celebrating in the streets. Notice how the reporter actually has the integrity to acknowledge what is happening right behind him, instead of trying to spin it or awkwardly cut the feed. It completely exposes the severe disconnect between elite political commentators hand-wringing in television studios and the actual lived reality of the diaspora, who have been praying for this exact moment for decades.
Moments after initial reports, initial rumors of the death of Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day, Jessica. It is the reason so many of them have come out here today. I want you to hear from one of them specifically, his thoughts right after learning that the supreme leader of Iran was dead.
When is the last time you saw people in Israel and Iran dancing on the streets in excitement? And when is the last time you've ever heard of a country coming out and dancing because they're excited that...
Switch over to Los Angeles, home to the largest Iranian population outside the Middle East. You have a CNN reporter standing in front of an absolutely massive, jubilant crowd, forced to admit that the atmosphere is pure, unadulterated joy. Look at the people in the background. They are literally jumping, hugging, and crying tears of profound relief. They are explicitly telling reporters that they have waited 47 agonizing years for the fall of this regime. This isn't some manufactured political rally. This is an organic, emotional explosion of freedom. The sheer contrast between the somber, apocalyptic tone of Western politicians and the euphoric dancing of the actual Iranian community is completely staggering. It makes you realize how deeply insulated certain political bubbles really are. When an entire community is celebrating a foreign military strike on their homeland, it tells you exactly how horrific the ruling dictators truly were. Check this out. This footage is reportedly coming straight from inside Iran. You literally have citizens risking their lives in the streets, doing the viral Trump dance to celebrate the regime's total collapse. Let the sheer magnitude of that sink in for a second. In a country where minor political dissent is notoriously met with extreme violence and brutal imprisonment, everyday people are openly mocking the fallen dictatorship by mimicking an American president's dance moves. This is the ultimate fearless act of defiance. It totally annihilates the narrative that the local population is unified against Western intervention. When you see this level of raw jubilation pouring out from behind the borders of a previously closed-off authoritarian state, you are watching history permanently shift in real time. It proves that the human desire for basic freedom universally transcends all the complicated geopolitical posturing of the elite class.
Senegal, where are you going?
New York.
New York. Thank you, sir. You?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
Nicaragua.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
North Carolina.
Thank you, sir. You? Where are you from?
Senegalese.
Where are you going?
Senegal.
Thank you, sir. Where are you from?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
Senegal.
Thank you. Where are you going?
New York.
From where?
Yeah.
Senegal? Thank you. Where are you from?
From Senegal.
Where are you going?
Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. Thank you, sir. You?
Guinea.
Where are you going?
Columbus.
Columbus. Thank you. Where are you from?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
New York.
Thank you, sir. And you?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
New York.
Thank you, sir. You?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Where are you? Where are you from?
Senegal.
Oh my God. Where are you going?
New York.
New York. You?
Gambia.
Gambia.
Yeah.
You're lying.
New York.
You're lying. Is he from Gambia? Okay, okay. You're going where?
New York.
Thank you. You?
Senegal.
Senegal. Where are you going?
New York.
Thank you. You?
Senegal.
Where are you going?
Los Angeles.
Oh, smart man.
Joe Biden.
Oh, what do you say to Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is the American president.
You like him?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Joe Biden is good.
You Joe Biden's good?
Yeah.
Or no Trump?
No, 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 no.
Trump or Biden?
No, 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 no.
No, neither. Okay. You?
Senegal.
Huh?
Senegal.
Where you going?
69, Ohio.
Thank you, sir. You speak good English. How you doing?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Yes. Senegal.
Where are you going, sir?
Finally, look at this completely different yet incredibly revealing footage from the southern border. This is an endless, highly organized line of military-aged men, all confirming they are traveling from Senegal and almost universally heading straight to major cities like New York and Ohio. Notice the glaring absence of any women or children in this entire sequence. It is a stunning visual that completely contradicts the standard humanitarian narrative of vulnerable families desperately seeking asylum. When you have massive columns of single men crossing multiple continents to bypass the legal immigration system, it raises massive, uncomfortable questions about national security and extreme vetting procedures. Especially considering recent tragic terror events involving individuals from similar regions, watching this unchecked flow is deeply concerning. It forces you to question the absolute failure of border policies that prioritize political optics over the basic, fundamental safety of American citizens. The media narrative is completely unraveling before our eyes. Drop your raw thoughts in the comments below, smash that subscribe button so you never miss a breakdown, and I'll see you in the next one.